આજરોજ વડોદરાની સયાજી હોટલ ખાતે કોંગ્રેસ નેતા શશી થરૂરની પ્રેસ મીટનું આયોજન કરવામાં આવ્યું. પ્રેસ મીટમાં કોંગ્રેસ નેતા શશી થરૂર સાથે વડોદરા ઉમેદવાર જસપાલસિંહ પડિયાર, પ્રભારી ચંદ્રકાંત શ્રીવાસ્તવ, શહેર પ્રમુખ ઋત્વિજ જોશી, વિપક્ષ નેતા અમીર રાવત, નરેન્દ્ર રાવત ઉપસ્થિત રહ્યા હતા. મોદીની ગેરંટી જુમલા છે. 15 લાખ રૂપિયા દરેકના ખાતામાં આવશે તેવું મોદીજીએ કહ્યું હતું, પરંતુ અમિત શાહે કહ્યું કે આ એક ચુનાવી જુમલા હતો.
And the reason that we need to do this is something that perhaps here in Gujarat I need to remind you also. We need to do this because today we are in a situation where the very idea of India, the Indian democracy that our forefathers fought for, is in peril. We have a government in Delhi for the last 10 years that has seriously challenged every basic principle for which the freedom struggle had fought. We fought for a country where everyone, irrespective of what your caste was, your religion was, your language was, your state was, you would all be equal. Everyone would enjoy the benefits of Indian citizenship. Today, we have an India where, unfortunately, the ruling party slogan is Hindi, Hindutva, Hindustan. And there are large parts of the country which are not embraced by the slogan. In fact, in the last 10 days, we have seen our Prime Minister using language that no one would have dreamt a Prime Minister would use against 200 million of his own citizens. We have also seen, frankly, in our country, the hollowing out of the democratic institutions so proudly established by Dr. Ambedkar's Constitution. A constitution which gave us free, autonomous institutions whose autonomy has now been hollowed out by the BJP. A constitution that gave us a parliament which the BJP has now attempted to reduce to a notice board or a rubber stamp for its decisions. A constitution that gave us a government that was meant to be responsive to the people and to develop the country equally. But sadly, we are seeing a government that only works for a few and that neglects the many. Even Gujarat, the state of our Prime Minister and Home Minister, has amongst the highest malnutrition rates in the country. Our children in Gujarat are stunted. We are seeing shocking figures for how poorly our children in Gujarat are nourished. This is because the neglect of the common man, the common child, the common person is rampant and widespread here. We are seeing that in this constitution, we wanted to have all the checks and balances so that no government could become too powerful and that the government of the day would be accountable to the people. But this government has changed all that. They have created an atmosphere of fear where people are afraid to speak on the telephone because they don't know whether the government is listening. Where the agencies like the CBI, the ED, the NIA, the IT department have all been weaponized to use against the critics of the government. And where corruption has now become an instrument of coercion for the BJP, that they can use it to persuade those who are accused of corruption to become clean by joining the BJP, the notorious BJP washing machine. These are just some of the conditions that we are fighting to change in this country. On top of that, we are concerned that this government has not kept any of its promises to the Indian people made in the last 10 years. They promised 2 crore jobs a year. Where have those jobs gone? Today, since 2014, we have seen a net loss of 1 crore jobs rather than an increase of 20 crore. They promised every Indian would get 15 lakhs in his bank account by bringing black money back from Switzerland. Have any of you seen that money? Have any of you got your 15 lakhs? Please tell me if you have, because we don't know anybody who's got that. Mr. Amit Shah said that's only a jumla. But then the Modi ki guarantee is that every guarantee is a jumla. that there is no guarantee that is kept. Farmers' incomes were supposed to be doubled. Is there any farmer in this country whose income has doubled in the last 10 years? In fact, the sad truth is 80% of our population has seen a decline in its incomes. So we want to create a government that cares for you, that cares for the ordinary people of this country, and that seeks to bring development to all. We have promised 5 Nyayas, including particular focus of Nyaya for Mahila and Nyaya for Yuva. I speak of them because these are important constituencies neglected in many parts of the country, and particularly in Gujarat. We are seeing the difficult condition of women in Gujarat. We want to cater to their needs, particularly those who are not participating in the joyful life that Mr. Modi talks, the Achhe Din that he promised us. We have seen the challenges faced by Yuva. The youth of Gujarat and of India are victims of everything from paper leaks when exams take place to unemployment when they pass exams and seek jobs. When they look for jobs, there are no jobs to be had. These are the challenges, the real challenges faced by real Indians, and these are the challenges that we in the Congress Party and the India Alliance are here to resolve. We have a very fine young candidate in Jaspal Singh. But here, Jaspal is somebody who, as you know, has been an MLA from this area. He has come twice very close to being an MLA again, but he has a finger on the pulse of the people here. He understands the issues and he is ready to serve you. We are here asking you to convey the message to the people of Gujarat that we are ready to serve. We are ready to revise the injustices of the last 10 years and bring justice instead to the people of Vadodara, the people of Gujarat, and the people of India. There are many, many more issues we can talk about, but I'm sure you have questions. I will stop there. I can happily answer your questions in English, or अगर हिंदी में चाहें तो खुशी से कोशिश करूंगा, लेकिन गुजराती माफ कीजिए मुझे आती है. Is this untrue? But I'm a member of the Manifesto Committee. I attended all its meetings. I can tell you this issue was not even discussed, and it is not in our manifesto. Because our manifesto is a strong document with a vision for the future. Mr. Modi is making up imaginary ideas that are not in the manifesto and attacking us for that. But we can also make up imaginary things about Mr. Modi. We are not doing that. We believe Mr. Modi's own record is bad enough that we have enough to attack. Whereas Mr. Modi has nothing to say against us except imaginary things we have not claimed in our manifesto. He has talked about this Muslim reservation. There is no Muslim word mentioned in our manifesto, and there is no reservation change for Muslim mentioned in the manifesto. He says that we are going to snatch away the houses and the buffaloes of people and give it to Muslims. There is no such reference in the manifesto. He says that we are going to take away the Mangal Sutras of women, the gold of the house, and give it to Muslims. What kind of talk is this? And this is the same Mr. Modi who said that we have ruled for 65 years. When you have 65 years of record, then have we ever done anything like this? Has the Congress Party taken away anyone's home, anyone's gold, anyone's Mangal Sutras? What is this utter, frankly, I'm going to use a harsh word, what is this nonsense? Campaign on the basis of real issues. And on the specific question of reservations, let me stress, and Mr. Modi as the Chief Minister knows this very well, there are national reservations and there are state reservations. In some states, and these are not only Congress ruled states, Muslims have been included in OBC category in some states. That is a state policy. The Congress has not advocated this policy for national level reservations. So it is actually a willful distortion of even the existing reality to suggest that the Congress wants to do something by winning the Lok Sabha election. The Lok Sabha election is for the national government, it's not for a state government. Each state has its own political context. And I can tell you that in the national government, we are here to fight on the issues I've mentioned and not on imaginary windmills that Mr. Modi wants to tilt at. The BJP is very good at speeches and jumlas and making सपनों के सौदागर जैसे कहते हैं, ये है बीजेपी. And so they promised youth 2 crore jobs a year. No jobs have come. They promised youth great universities. Have they created one single government university in the state of Gujarat in the last 10 years? Not even one. Private universities are flourishing. And look at the quality of the universities. There is no university in Gujarat in the top 100 of 2004 में क्या आप जानती थी पहले कि मनमोहन सिंह साहब प्रधानमंत्री बन जाएंगे? किसी को नहीं जानता. फिर भी वो प्रधानमंत्री बने और बहुत अच्छी तरह देश को चलाया.